Hello, this is London calling. I would like to inform you that you are about to listen to a podcast. The views of the host and the guests reflect only their own and not that of the community as a whole. I hope you enjoy the podcast. And now, Eddie, with his band, will play the banter section.
Hello everybody, Eddie here, and no banter section because I'm still in holiday mode, so I'm just doing highlights from the podcast extra. This should be the final one of this little package, in fact for the year, so happy holidays if you are listening to this around about December time, if you celebrate the holidays around about this time. To round off the year, we're listening from the podcast extra titled, from the podcast, The Good and Bad, The Ugly of the MCM October 2023 review show that had Oscar Luna and Tasagara Cosplay. Next up, you'll hear the podcast I recorded with Lydia from Celery Moon Design and Shield Photography, talking about from the podcast Who's More Important. And to finish it all up, I've got a podcast from Amy from Acoustica Photography and Charlotte from Charlotte Warwick Photography from the podcast What Makes a Good Photographer. I hope you enjoy these highlight packages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an end of year podcast on the Patreon, just rounding up the year. This is generally a solo podcast from me, my thoughts about 2023. I hope you are able to go and listen to that one, but if not, regardless if your 2023 went well or if it didn't, I'm glad you got it to the end of this chapter, and hopefully you'll welcome in the new chapter with open arms, and we continue this journey going forward. And on that note, I'm gonna let you be, and here comes the music. So off we go. Welcome back to the, I don't know why do I start for, but welcome back to the podcast extra, the Ed Still Talks About. We're carrying the conversation about MCM, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, the October edition of the event. And before I carry on, who's clicking in the background? Is it you,
that's
Luna?
me, sorry.
I could hear that in the main. I'm going to take all that out in the edit later tonight or tomorrow morning. But what are you doing? Not that it bothers me, but I just want to know what were you doing?
I was closing something that had popped up with Epic Games.
No, there was something else you were doing throughout the whole podcast. Was it?
Probably scrolling.
Oh god, I'm close to buying Spider-Man for my Steam Deck. I can't wait for that. I don't know. Did we talk about this podcast extra?
Yes.
Not in podcast. The
oh no! Oh yeah.
The banter section, yeah. Yes. Might do that straight after this. I've got paid, so although I say that, I did spend quite a bit of money at the Novotel bar over the weekend. It's really no okay. So I've now got a Revolut account, which gives me a better idea of how much I'm spending, and I preloaded it before the weekend. So right, 200 quid. That's going to last me at least 2 weeks, maybe. Hopefully, as long as I can. But I'm £200 in my head on a normal week, normal month. I would say last me 3 weeks, maybe with a top up towards the end. Fuck me, yeah. I don't want to. No, I already know how much I've already spent. I don't want to. It's horrible. No, it's horrible. No. So yeah. So I don't know if I'll buy the games in the end or not. We'll see. Maybe that I just need to make myself happy. But yeah. Anyway, what we're doing here. So we were just talking about the good, bad, the ugly of MCM London. Go listen to the main podcast if you haven't heard that. If you still somehow forgotten who's on this podcast, we've got Oscar Luna and we've got Doc from Tasagara Cosplay. And say hello.
Hi.
Hello. And if you missed it from the main podcast, I've been doing this.
It's
Touchdown!
Everyone who's listening is like, oh my god, who gave him that?
Basically, right. So the platform I use to record is called Zencaster. It's starting to put up its prices soon. So I've got to make a decision what I do with this and now. But also, they only give me 2 hours of recording time. I've now exceeded that 2 hours on my the multiple accounts I've created. So I had to go pro, but it's pro for 2 weeks for free trial. And part of it, to entice you, they give you things like this. I can upload other sounds. If I can remember for the next one within the 14 days of free trial period to bring up like other sounds like the dun 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 or this. I don't know if I record. I didn't record this in the podcast, but I will just play this. This is my ringtone on my phone, and I find this so funny because in my head this is just now so over the top. This tune. It's so over the top. I don't understand why. It's like, can you imagine the match of the day theme tune for our football games? It's that epic. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we're talking about Comic Con, we're talking about MCM and all that, and I mentioned about a weird feeling, and I forgot to mention this in the main podcast, but I thought I'll bring it into the podcast extra because I think I find this maybe more of a personal thing rather than everyone was experiencing this. But I did hear this from people to people, and we just literally briefly talked about it. I thought, all right, good, we can stretch this out for a good 15-20 minutes. I think there's a weird atmosphere, but nothing negative. It's just weird because there's not a lot. There's a few people who I know would be coming to these events, just didn't go this time because of cost to either the ticket price, hotel, or travel, maybe food as well. And it just made me feel a bit. I'm going to do a major big podcast episode on this, and because I did ask myself this question. I said, "What am I doing here? What am I doing this for? Am I still coming to Comic-Con for the right reason, or have those reasons changed and I haven't realised until now?" So I'm going to do a longer, big main podcast about that. But I this is a paid wall, behind a paywall, so I don't give a shit. I think me and Luna kind of like in the little green room. We were talking about how what was it? So I have a real hang up when people go, right, I didn't get a press pass, I didn't get a creator pass, I didn't get an industry pass, I'm not going. I'm not going. No, I'm not going. No, fuck the organisers, I'm not going. 2 months later, hi, I thought you weren't coming. Yeah, I bought a ticket, or I somehow wrangled one off a friend. Okay then. Okay.
So if you're going to have standards, have standards.
Yep. I just laugh. Look, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not saying if, it'll be a day. There will be a when. When the day comes, MCM, Repop go, thank you for your new cosplay, thank you for your time at Comic-Con, but we no longer think you deserve a press pass. I'll go, okay. Do I still go? Do I pay £100? Because I did work out the other during the weekend. I went, I keep saying for £100 for a weekend ticket, do I get value for money for shooting with as many cosplayers as I want? I can go to a studio and do that. And then I really thought about it. Okay, how many book shoots do I have? I had about 30. So I did that divided by 100. And I went, oh, it's £3.33 per person.
Well, that's depressing.
And I went, oh, maybe it is value for money. And things like that. So, yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, as I'll say, I just found I did feel that weirdness that the people who I usually would see, and I'm not talking about like the big name cosplayers, like just people I know, just didn't come. And there's even one cosplayer I saw said, "Oh, this is going to be my last MCM weekend because I just kind of thought, oh, that's sad." Things like that. So yeah, I mean, did you guys have that? Because I forgot to mention this in the main podcast. Doc, you only turned up from like Friday and Sunday. You didn't do Saturdays. Was there a main reason for that?
Yeah, it was having had a bit of a shit time in May. I just did not want to pay £100 to have another shit time. So we trial run it, and with the Elizabeth line, it runs basically every hour from 2 miles from my house. So we commuted, and it's an hour from Reading to XL. So we commuted, which means that it was not even half the price of getting a hotel, getting this, getting that, doing this, food, all that kind of stuff. And we could go back to my house, which has really good Wi-Fi and comfortable beds and a dog, and I could see my husband and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we just decided we weren't going to do Saturday, and we probably won't do Saturday again for a while, just because we never go inside. So it's essentially a wasted day ticket. because it's always rammed, and it was busier on Saturday than it was any of the other days from looking at pictures and reading the feedback from other people. So I felt absolutely zero fear of missing out. No FOMO was felt. I was like, no, quite happy.
Oh, that's interesting. I think I would have felt the FOMO if I did just didn't do Saturday, but I think I'm coming from a different point of view. So it's quite interesting. A lot of people, I think Saturday did seem it was busier than the Friday and the Sunday, but again, overall, I don't think it was.
Sorry.
Hello. Hello, Doc. Is there something you want to partake in this conversation?
Sorry, no. Sometimes when I open Instagram, it just like
Yeah,
plays
just-
music really loudly, and I'm like, my phone's on mute, it's on silent, and it still does it. I don't know.
Thank you. Nice to know I have your full attention. You're not just looking elsewhere when you're not talking. Thank you for having your full attention.
Somebody asked me a question.
What?
Somebody asked me a question. I was answering the question.
No,
I can multitask.
To be fair, I do the same thing. Like when I am listening, but like I'm trying to multitask at the same time. But I probably multitask as badly as
You single task.
Yeah, I single task by multitasking. What was I saying? I generally have lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
People not going on a Saturday.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah. So it was busier on the Saturday, but I don't think it was as busy as it usually is. It's not like, you know, when you're like around the statue, or you're standing near the statue, and it's like when people do their group stuff, it's like congregated around them, going, "Oh Jesus Christ, this, that, and the other." Oh, it's just like it obviously upsets me because I'm trying to like that's my meeting point for meeting people. This year, I don't think it was as bad to meet people at the statue, and it's just really odd, like how it was busy but not that busy. So, as much as you said it's you glad you missed out on Saturday because it was seemed busy, I don't think it's as busy as you think it is. But but I don't want to force you to go on in May 2024 based on my recommendation, because it might be that was just one freak day that no one turned up. May could be different because everyone's going, "Oh my God, Saturday's not busy, blah 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 blah, come back," type of thing. So yeah,
and also the weather tends to be better in May, so there's more people.
Yeah, exactly. Oscar, we were just talking in the green room about the weirdness, and you had a point, you had an opinion you want to get cancelled for.
This always happens to me. I mean, I will say the Saturday wasn't as busy. It didn't sell out this year. But I do believe this is because the Crit Roll panel was on the Sunday, so the appeal of MCM this year was Crit Roll. Like the main thing was all D&D, so Sunday was nice and quiet until that panel rolled out, and then it became quite busy in the halls. A lot less movement, but we didn't have that overcrowding, like, here's an ocean of people, you don't move for 20 minutes to get to the DLR at the end of the day type thing. My controversial opinion is the people who say they're not coming to MCM because of the ticket prices. I've just sat and worked it out. It is £33 and 30p per day if you buy a weekend ticket at £100. So if you have a problem with that, then you clearly aren't going to theme parks or a day out or any other thing that exists, because you can't get into the zoo for less than 50 quid as an adult, right? So why is MCM the villain for putting the ticket prices up when they're still cheaper than a day out for most things? I mean, I can't even remember the last thing I went to that wasn't £45 or £50 to go and do a thing for a day. So you're getting the experience of MCM. What's outpricing you is the hotels, and that's of no fault of MCM because the hotels just keep upping their prices. So generally, my personal opinion is people that are blaming the ticket prices, specifically the MCM ticket prices, pricing them out, are just talking out their ass. It's everything that becomes a problem, but that's not specific. It's going to be the same problem for MegaCon. The hotels are fucking expensive for January.
Oh, is it?
Good luck out there.
I've heard I don't know if I've heard many people complain about the hotels for MegaCon. I wonder if the hotels got wind of an event in January.
I mean, for reference, right? For May MCM next year, it is cheaper for me to stay on the Sunborn for 2 nights than it is to stay in a hotel 20 minutes away.
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous.
I'm staying at the Sunborn then. Actually, I do want to go on the Sunborn and things like that.
It does look gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've shot. I said this in May. They're now allowing people to shoot on the stairway on that staircase now.
Oh, that's so cool.
But it pisses me off that the years beforehand, I've not been able to. Oh, I've been sort of told no, and now they changed their tune because I wonder if it's free publicity for them type of thing. So yeah,
Quite possibly.
yeah. What else was I going to say? No, yeah, I know. I totally get your point about the hotels and all that. I think us veterans of MCM, we know the history of ticket prices. We know that a weekend ticket used to cost not £100, 30 quid a day. It was 30 quid for a whole weekend. So and I think there's a bit of a nostalgia point behind that. Why people still have that.
And people are allowed that opinion, but everything has gone up in price. I mean, I've literally had to go through this experience in the games industry recently where we've had to up our prices and our players rioted. Well, we hadn't upped our prices for a decade. So it's like, well, for the last 12 years, you've actually been underpaying for your title, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be more expensive for you to buy DLC games.
Yeah.
What, on the N64, maybe 30 quid for a game, maybe 40 quid at times. PS5, you're looking at 70. Yeah. Everything has gone up, so there's no logical reason why we shouldn't be able to move past nostalgia and accept that MCM has had to up their prices.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think you've got such an opinion there. You know, nothing lasts forever, as they say. Nothing lasts forever, and yeah, I just think people. I'm not telling people to move on. You can't have this. You can still have this thought. You can have that nostalgia, but you have to recognize the world has moved on and things like that. And I was just saying, like I said right at the beginning of this podcast, was it this podcast? Yeah, at the beginning of this extra, that if I don't know if Repop stop giving me a press pass, what I'll do, if I will pay for that ticket to get in.
They made industry passes.
£25, yeah.
35.
Oh, so 35 now.
It was 35. But they do a bunch of stuff for you. Like, you get access to the Platinum Suite, which is a lovely little lounge that only people with industry and press passes can get into.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get perks for it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they introduced a fee for creators eventually.
Yeah. See, I said that in the last podcast. I think we were on this podcast together for it. Sorry, Doc, we will bring you back in a sec. I just know how silent you were. I'm going, don't like it. But no. If they said, look, press pass will cost you now £25, 30 quid, even £50, I'd consider it. Obviously, the lower the better. But up to 50, I might go, I might justify that. Might better justify that, because New York Comic Con's the same. They're like industry creator passes cost money, and I went, I would rather pay that much than $200 for it. But it's quite interesting. Yeah, I do hate that when people do say they're not coming back, and then I see them right on my doorstep at MCM going, oh, I didn't think you were kind of car. Look, like I said, they've wrangled their way with a free ticket with doing this, doing that. I understand it's expensive to get in, but everything's getting expensive. You know, so everyone's got to cut their cloth somehow, including organisers, not just MCM, but like Showmasters, the Wells Comic Con people, Monopoly event. You know, they've got to, they can only let so many free people in, and I always count my blessing. I'm fortunate. I'm part of that group at the moment. I don't know when that will stop, but I know it will be coming soon. So, and I know you might argue, oh, Ed, but you're such a staple of the Comic-Con. There's loads of other photographers. I do what I do. Other people will do it better than me sometime in the future. I'm no special photographer. I'm no special person of Comic-Con. Yes, I know I've been around for 10 years plus, but that doesn't guarantee me legacy status in the community. So, yeah. No? Okay, fine.
I was just thinking, actually, circling back around to the sentiment of the odd feeling at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I think it's a knock-on effect of the scene moving on. And not to say that I'm getting old, but my convention group alone has changed drastically in the last 10 years. So many people have dropped out because they had babies and they have other commitments. like time moves on and not everybody's going to continue their hobby and their priorities going to change. And I think that's probably what's having a knock-on effect to the vibe, is that it's the scene has changed, you know. It's also changed with TikTok and how people interact with each other. Like, a lot of it's filming rather than photos anymore. Yeah, I think it's just, I'm an old person at this point and I don't like change.
Don't say that, because we're in the same boat practically. I think we all are, actually, if we're honest. Yeah. Doc, what made you start? How long have you been going to Comic Con for?
This is my 14th year, so a while.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I first started going, like, literally, I knew nobody.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one. So.
Yeah. But do you know what I'm talking about this weird vibe that's not saying as many people, but the people that you probably did know either no longer go or have said that they can't go anymore, type of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think there's also a change. I think Luna was right. I think there's been a change in the community where over COVID we saw kind of the rise of the influencer. And I think for a lot of people going to con is about getting content. Not a lot of people. That's not fair. I think for some people, particularly like the big cosplayers, it's about getting content, making connections for industry and stuff like that. So it's work. Whereas perhaps before they might have attended and it was leisure, it was fun, it was a hobby. And I think I've definitely noticed with a few of my friends that are now full-time influencers and stuff for cosplay, when you do get to see them, which I always make time to go and see people, but they have no time to spend with their friends because they're there for work. And I'm like, I think that's forced a shift. And kind of also you also have like people who are like fans of them. So you can't stand and talk to your friends who you've known for years because they've got a queue of teenagers who want to have a photo with them because they follow them on TikTok. And I think there's been a real paradigm shift there with that as well, which I think has changed the way cons feel. I noticed it since COVID. Yeah. Particularly because a lot of people had nothing else to do, which is fair enough. I didn't have a lot to do either. But I the first con back after COVID I found really odd because it was obviously it was much smaller because we had to mask and we had to socially distance and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But it was weird. And I don't think it's ever got back to how it was like the very last October, for example, before COVID. Yeah. I don't think it's ever going to be the same. I think it has fundamentally changed. Yeah. No, that's fine. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. But like you said, I think
weird.
I hadn't considered about the influencer side of things, actually, because even I'm like doing the odd stupid video here or there. I mean, like I posted a couple of weeks ago, I finally posted the one that we recorded in May, where you fucking pushed me out of the way, broke my kneecap, and then walked past, got hobbling on. That wasn't an act. You fucking hurt me, and it hurt a lot.
Well, I thought that you were like considerably better and stronger and better braced than you were. And the trouble is, people underestimate how strong I am. So
yeah, I definitely. What's the word? I definitely underestimate how much I need to throw myself up on top of what you were going to give me. So yeah, that was it.
I regret nothing. Yeah. My mum has it saved and she shows it to all of her friends. And then one of her friends asked if I was now committing hate crime. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, basically, yeah, but he deserves it.
Yeah. Luda, do you know what I'm talking about? These videos that I've created?
No.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's a stupid thing I've been doing. So basically, it's a cross between Into the Spider-Verse, where they kept doing, okay, let's do this one last time when they're introducing themselves as the Spider-Man of the moment, as well as when I first did it, it was like, I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. Because when I first did, obviously, cosplay photography, a lot of people got me confused with every other, how do I put it politely? Every other Asian photographer that was there. So for a time, I was getting confused by Papercube, LPC photography, Who else was I confused by at the time? I think I did get called Sinesh at times. You know, no one of a white background. Oh no, that's a lie. I did get confused by some. All right, so this was in Manchester. I was talking to a fellow photographer at the time, and they said, "Oh, let's take a selfie," and then they post they post online. And then a couple of hours later, a female cosplayer came up to me and said, "Oh, are you so and are you? I think I've got a book shoot with you." And I went, "No, you don't, because I don't do book shoots in Manchester." But I got a message from you. Went, "Okay, that's still not me. Show me." And they showed me the photo of said photographer. I went, "Ah, yes, I'm in this photo, but the other dude in the photo is the photographer." I was like going, how the fuck do you get that wrong? Also, the picture was also part of his profile picture, but also, I always went back to the photographer and how the fuck did you not, like, chop me out at least? Or explain I'm the white dude, you know, type of thing. So, that was quite a funny moment, and, oh, bless her. But yeah, I'm doing a succession of videos where I'm doing, hey, let's do this one last time. Hi, I'm Eddie, I'm Food and Cosplay, and then everyone else seems to be, like, butting in and doing it. Yeah, I've had some funny ones. I had Moss Flower, who literally decked me with her boobs. It basically, right, so she pushes me down. I'm trying to get back up, but literally her boob just clatters me on the head every time I try to pop back up. So that was quite funny. A lot of people seem to push me out of the way. A few people have stolen my phone. So yeah, that's quite interesting. The one I've done with Cosplay DeVille, that's quite funny, I think, because I think that's the only one that's in character. So that's quite funny. What else? Who else? Yeah. Yeah. Well, there was another point I was going to bring up in this podcast extra, I've totally forgotten now. I'm going to review this. I'm going to listen back and go, oh, yeah, about that. But yeah, I will do a longer episode about this because it did hit me quite hard. And I had this point about, like you were saying, Luna, about how people have moved on because they have families now. Cosplay is not the be or end of life anymore, which is great to see, actually. It's really good to see that. But for me, I'm now questioning, why am I still doing this? It's like, am I doing this for the right reason still, or am I holding on to something that's no longer existing anymore? I don't know.
It does leave you feeling a little bit left behind at times, like you're still going through the same kind of cycles. But what I would say for you specifically, Eddie, is you're creating new connections and networking with cosplayers that haven't had a chance yet. So you're making new friends who will, and new followers that will appear at con and be people that you see frequently to replace the people that have dropped out over the last few years, and it becomes this cycle of networking rather than just having people drop off. Because of how you do the shoots and stuff like that, you'll have people who'll come back and then will consistently interact with you. So
thank you.
I wouldn't say it's a negative thing. I would really view it as just a case of you're still making connections and you're making memories with these newer cosplayers.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, thank you very much for that. Let's talk about a bit about your podcast a little bit more. We haven't done a recap of your podcast recently. How's it going? You still enjoying it?
Was that directed me or for... Yeah, no, it's really good. It's going great. I hope it's going great. People seem to be enjoying it. I posted the latest episode that went out Saturday.
Yes, I need to listen to that one. I will listen to that. I will admit there's one, the Halloween one, because it sounded like it was just stories. I kind of skipped that one.
You don't want to hear about my scary ghost?
No. I don't care about Halloween, if I'm honest.
My mum has a theory about my ghost. It's very cute.
Oh, that's cool. I still don't care. Oh, there's something about Halloween I just don't get, and I just like, why would you
love Halloween?
Oh no, see, I think because I'm not a cosplayer, the dressing
I'm
up.
not a cosplayer.
No, you have cosplayed.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
I'm an ex-cosplayer.
Yeah. Is there any guests that you're looking forward to recording with, regardless if you can say it or not, or again, I'll reuse the question: is there someone you really want to get for your podcast?
Oh God.
Who's been your favourite so far? There we go.
That's a good one, yeah.
The real question.
Oh God. We've done 11 recordings and 10 are out.
Yeah.
So
I think that male photographer you had was a real good guess. I think that must have been your favourite. Just saying.
I like them all for different reasons because there's so many different stories that come.
Oh, what a cop out!
No, it's true though. I know it sounds really cheesy, but like I really enjoyed, the episode with Coco. Let's just go out about learning all the different cosplay etiquette from Korea to Japan to the US to the UK and like the differences. Because I'm never going to Korea. I ain't got time for that.
Ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time. I haven't got the money for that. Like, it's fascinating to hear other people's walks of life and things. I'm excited to have Babyface Cosplay on, who's coming on soon, because she's actively a listener, and like I posted last night at like the latest episode, she's like, oh my god, I can't wait to listen to this episode next time I'm cutting fabric, and I was like
well
I was like
but it's also it's still hard to get people, isn't it? So
it's trying to juggle.
BB came to us.
She did, yeah.
That's do you find it weird when people do come up to you and ask?
I mean, we've only had 2 or 3. There was the book one that's hopefully coming out later this year.
Yeah,
it's Babyface, and I think someone else has come up and said like, oh, I'd love to be on this, and we're like, we're just a tiny podcast, like, oh my god.
Which kills me, because when we did our first podcast and we said like, what would we say like is our measure of success, and mine was someone comes up to us and says, I want to be on the podcast. So I'm like, well, we're done.
And it took like 8 episodes?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I like to think that 5th episode really helped drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who was on
Honestly.
that 5th episode.
Oh, I don't know, some dick.
I hear they like naked people.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that title helped. Like, clickbait titles, they work, I'm sorry.
I tell you something, I didn't get fully booked out for MCM London. I can't imagine why. It's like, someone ruined my career!
Perfect. Mission accomplished. Got him.
That's the real reason we started that podcast,
absolutely.
just to bring you down.
I suppose one of my favourite things is taking something out of context and putting it as a little snippet at the beginning.
Oh yeah, but I've got Nick doing that for me, for the podcast quotes.
Oh yeah, you do the quotes. Well, we just do it at the beginning of the podcast. It's just like that one line.
Yeah.
Which is, I like naked people, and then the music starts. And everyone's like, what? What is this context?
I mean, the latest episode that we've just recorded has one of my favourite titles, which is Calling Back to the Big Duck.
Calling Back to the Big Duck. We need to do a video at Brum where it's all of us following you, and it's the Aristocrats duck music.
Oh yeah, we will. I have like a list of reels I want to make, so I'll put that on there.
And it's just Calling Back to the Big Duck.
Jesus Christ.
Lydia's Big Duck, in case you didn't realise.
Yeah, I'm a big duck.
Well, yeah, because the latest one's called I'm using my degree. So
I'm using my degree, yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of fun with props. It's
just
I know, but it's so great just to do a podcast. You just talk and just because I always said I was saying this to someone. I find these podcasts so nice just to get to know someone because I spend like half an hour shooting with someone, but I don't use up that full time. And then also I'm just shooting with it, and then I go, all right, bye, and like, oh okay. He's like,
I don't think I'd ever talk to like Coco or someone because she lives in Korea. Like we're not going to cross paths at a convention, and if we do, it's very unlikely. So being able to talk to someone like that who's literally like in a different time zone is incredible, and just to hear their story and their journey, because we just look at it from a distance on social media like, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting to speak to Coco. I think it's been one of my favourites that we've done. Not that I haven't loved the other ones, but it was such a different view. A different point of view than what we're used to. Is why I really want to get there's a few American cosplayers and photographers that are like on the list, and I'm like, I really want to get their viewpoints as well, because it's funny because it's the same thing, right? We're all cosplayers, we're all photographers, and yet there is this massive difference.
I really enjoy our next episode, which hasn't come out, with Fletcher. I found that fascinating because they're a newbie photographer.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind revealing this on behind the paywall, but I had an idea where all of us were going to do, we're going to record part of a podcast, and then then switch over to Instagram Live to record us three recording the
Oh.
other half of the podcast. Hey, why are you saying, ooh, you knew
No, it
about...
could be interesting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So it'd be quite interesting to see that podcast go out as some people half heard already in the podcast live, and then if they still listen to the main podcast itself, or then go, oh, this is a cool idea. Maybe if they do another one of these, I turn up for it. So yeah.
Do you know one thing I'd love to do is a live recording in front of an audience?
Oh my
I'd
god!
love to do that.
So when MCM came back and they were asking for people to do panels, I almost put my name down to do a panel.
You should have.
I know, I got chickened out.
You should have.
Oh no! But basically, what happened was that I did a podcast about it to say, should I do it? And the people I had, they really like saying a lot of things. I'm going, oh, they now talk me out of it now. Oh, I don't want to do it now. Oh shit!
Boo.
Yeah,
And then-
you definitely should.
But once I got the confidence to do it, and I said, okay, maybe not the London one, I'll do it at Birmingham. All of a sudden, those panel forms just dried up. So I don't know. I think because I'm assuming the people who run Cosplay Central do the cosplay scheduling, and I don't know if I could put my name forward. I don't know if they listen to my podcast or if they like me. So I'm just gonna just stay in the shadows and do nothing. But I was gonna say, there's not many people who listen to the Patreon bit, but if you are interested in like hearing me like do a panel
live
recording, just say my name.
Petition time. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. At least Lydia will be confident enough that she won't hear this.
Eddie with a
say that.
soundboard at MCM.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
I do really like the lives that you do at MCM, and especially when I'm not there. I'm always like, I'm going to dip in, and it's always you running around being like, and I'm like, oh, Eddie's having a good time. And then I'm like, okay, I'm on with my day.
Just checking in, like, yeah, you're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what's really funny? Like, one of the reasons, like, I remember we were choosing the intro music for the podcast, and we were sending back and forth different tracks. One of the reasons I was like, this has to be the one, is the image of that would make such great walking out music. Like, I'm waiting for it.
Oh, so you've already picked the track that you're going to use for your last podcast. Like, right, that's it.
No. It's in like walking out on stage. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Do you know? I think I've already played this once on a podcast. I can't remember if it's behind the paywall or not. But let me just give me a second. I think I would want this now, because it's so over the top. It's so bombastic. It's so unnecessary. But I just think it's so funny. Oh, hang on. Just say I need to put up my volume, I think. Okay, see if it plays. Hang on.
Incredible.
So that's the NFL track used for some TV.
It's so good.
It's the NFL track because there's a reel where they are asking like drunk people on the street to guess the name of football teams.
Oh my god.
By the logo, and it's very funny, and every time that they say the wrong name, it loads that music with the logo. It's so funny. I'll find it.
I'll tell you a story about that. So I had the week off from work, and my sister said, could you just help me drive somewhere? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I was going to pick her up, and I thought, do you know what, I'll ring her to say I'm round the corner. She never picked up, so all right, leave it. So I was still driving. Then all of a sudden, I forgot my phone was on loud. So all of a sudden, it went, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. It scared the life out of me. But also, I've said this before, I was watching a Twitch streamer use that track in one of their games. In the concept of the game, they're playing Party Animals. Within that game, there's a mode that they play kind of American football. And they just pump that music in as an overlay set. And I just pissed myself laughing because it's at that point I realised how ridiculous that sound is, that music is. It's like so over the top. Like match of that is it's like so calming, so melody. It's like, yeah, you can actually party to this if you want. But the NFL is just like it's so everything about America. Just that is in that track. Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible. It's great. There's something about it that's very sort of superhero-esque,
Oh,
which I think is the idea.
Oh, 100%. It just says Team America. Yeah.
It's very...
So is. What else was I going to say? So, again, if you don't mind me asking, let's switch it up a little bit. How's it going with being a freelance full-time photographer? This is to Lydia, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Gives me time to think about the lie I'm going to tell.
No, Sib, what about, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going. It's a little tough because obviously people's financial situations are very tight because cost of living is a fucking bitch and pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, oh, it's Christmas now. I'll save for that. And I'm like, no. Also, it's cold and the weather's shit, so can't really... I'm weather dependent as well. But I have a shoot tomorrow, so,
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And a wedding next year. So.
Yes. Yeah, they're the money spinners and all that. Did you hear about this thing that the HMRC are like not locking down, but like targeting people with as they call it side hustles? So so if you do things like I think Etsy's and things like that, like Etsy. If you had that type of side hustle, So just
that's fine.
Lydia's been really quiet. And I'm really worried.
No, I'm here. But you're talking about being full-time photographers, and I'm just a point-and-click girly, so I'm like, I have nothing to add here.
Please make us an account and just call it point-and-click girly.
Oh my god, is there an Instagram? If there is no Instagram account called point-and-click girly, I will take it.
Okay, let's look it up now. Let's look it up right now.
Let's go.
Point.
Oh. No, there's no accounts.
Girly.
Well, Lydia...
No, I don't want to be called point-and-click girly.
Oh, have you heard what my gamer tag is? Or if I was going to not become...
Is it point-and-click girly?
No.
Is now.
No, I've always said that if I was going to change the food and cosplay name, I'd change my name to That Asian Photographer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the conversation you have with people? Say, so who are you shooting with next? Oh, That Asian Photographer. Dude, you can't be racist. You can't say... No.
Shortened to TAP.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It would be shortened to TAP, because no one's going to be saying that. Everyone's going to be like, well, I'm not calling it that.
What?
That Asian Photographer.
Yeah, TAP, yeah.
No one's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to use this full name.
Oh, yeah, definitely, they're just, Eddie, that guy, yeah.
Just Eddie.
But I've taken that idea and used it on Steam, and my gamer tag is That Asian Gamer.
Incredible.
Oh, I don't know whether... Oh my god, the username Celery Moon is not available. Well, I guess I'm not changing my Celery Moon. I'm not changing it then.
What? Someone else is...
Celery Moon on Instagram.
Who is this?
Well, let's go bully this person. No, I'm joking.
No.
Like, oh, you, give me that. It's when you find them and...
They've only got 2 posts.
Aww.
They literally do. When was the last time they posted? 2017. It's yours. Give it.
Right. Yeah, steal it.
No, it's fine. I'll say a Celery Moon design.
No, but let's do it now. Let's brainstorm a new photography page name for Lusty. Sorry, Celery.
I have one. It's Celery Moon Designs.
For your photography page.
Celery Moon photos.
Oh, well, it'd be like Celery Moon Photography, I guess. Don't take that. That's mine.
Quick. Sign up.
I don't know how to get another account. I have so many accounts.
There's no results for Celery Moon Photography. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do it on my laptop because I cannot remember how to do it.
Oh, great. I'm going to steal it
also,
now. I can steal it.
There's like 7 posts that come up when you type in Celery Moon Photography, and the top one is Maddie from 2017.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, Celery Moon Photography?
Yeah, just type it all one word.
Nothing comes up for me.
Oh.
Celery Moon Photography, nothing comes up. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, 5 of them are like the moon, but yeah.
With spaces?
No, all one word.
No, nothing came up.
Same.
Oh, on the For You?
Yeah, nothing comes up.
Oh, I'll show you. Oh, no, we'll send it.
Let me put spaces in.
Celery Moon.
Oh god, yeah, I've got moons now.
What if I type in Celery Moon Designs? What comes up? Better be me. Oh my god, it's a picture of Colbert. I mean, I took it, but it's still a picture of Colbert. What was if I type...
Oh no, the first one for me is you and Shanna's Tink.
Oh, okay, that's cute. And then if I search Celery Moon... Oh, it's me. And then it's a load of soup. Who's making soup?
Is it got celery in it? Oh, it is soup.
Chicken bones, apple cider, vinegar, seaweed. This sounds like a good soup.
It does, yeah.
Jesus.
We're gonna get a like. This person.
It's full moon soup.
It's a good looking soup. That's a piece of broccoli. That ain't even celery.
Did we discuss this before? If you're gonna if you would like to change your name, what would you change it to?
Celery moon.
I'll just.
I just lose the designs because it's a mouthful, and I do like the fact that people like shorten it to CMD, and my logo it looked weird when I took designs off it. But
could you put celery moon and then a kanji for designs?
Well, so if you look at my name, other than the account, it's celery moon now. It's been
Well, if you go with CMD, you can have a logo as the command prompt. For all the computer nerds out there.
Okay, switch account.
Yeah, good.
Okay, I have 2 accounts now. I want to make a new account.
You should be able to add account at the bottom.
Yeah, add account, and you just
I have so many accounts.
No, I just have switch accounts and log out.
What?
So when you go onto your profile and you tap on the top left of your name.
Yeah.
This is riveting content.
Oh yeah, absolutely riveting.
Sorry. No, we can go back to
no, hang on. Right. Are you Android?
Just realised.
Are you Android?
I'm doing it on my laptop.
Okay, hang on. If on your phone, if you just tap and hold your icon at the bottom row, so you got the home, the search, the ad. Just tap and hold it.
Add account.
Yeah.
Fuck
you can't do it on laptop.
Right. So we're gonna bag the name Celery Moon Photography.
Yes. Finally, it's happening.
Or Celery Moon Photos, or Celery Moon Photography.
I prefer photography because I don't like the word photos, but that's just me.
Yeah.
She says it's still photos.
I'll tell you something very briefly, very quickly, because we're running out of time. I don't like the phrase tog.
Really?
I don't mind tog.
It's because someone else told me that she's a Korean photographer. Tog is it's not like a slur or anything like that, but it's just a different meaning in Korean. I'm like going, oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to Korea, so we just said this. I'm fine. I wonder what it means then.
All right.
To Google.
To the Google.
Yeah, I'm just. Tower of God. Wait, no, that's just a Korean manhwa, so it's not that.
Oh god, I've still left that cosplay.
What does it mean in Korean? I'm on word hippo. It means tangy.
Yeah, tangy, sting.
Yes, that's what I like to be known as, tangy sting.
There you go. That could be your new name.
No,
talk is literally
talk. Talk. It's like saying chai tea.
Yeah.
I love that scene so much. It's when people say
profile photo.
It's like when people say ATM machines. Like, no, the M stands for machine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so much work.
Yes, Lydia. Give me access. I'll do it.
No, I have to find a profile picture, and I don't have a
Donald Duck. Donald Duck dog ball.
I don't know what that is.
Or Modena.
Modena would be a great one. Let's do Modena.
Yes.
Yeah, but hang on. Is this your photography site?
Yeah.
Then you need to use a photo you've taken, not that you appear in.
Do you know what I realised I was going to say in the main podcast, just to bring it back?
Talking about the actual podcast?
Yeah, no, I just remember something. You know how you say, cosplayers need togs need cosplayers, blah, blah, blah. Togs also need togs. I want a good damn fucking profile picture, damn it.
Oh my god, yeah. I think the majority of my...
I saw your one. I was like, why do other togs not take pictures of me like this?
Exactly.
Why is it always cursed shit?
What was it? I was going to say... I think some of my best profile pictures are photos taken by other photographers. It's it's the thing. What was I going to say? No, one time for my birthday studio shoot, I was going to get a photographer there to actually take photos of me because I could do with some. I would love some decent photos of me.
I will do that.
You will do that
next time. Yeah. Happily.
All right, April.
Oh my god, it wants me to follow a bunch of people. I don't want to follow Zendaya or National Geographic or Beyonce.
You better follow Food and Cosplay. You better.
It's the most cursed fucking thing I've ever done.
What?
Oh my god. Found.
I'm not. I'm waiting for her to follow me.
No, I'm straight in there. I'm follow number 1. I'm there.
I put it in the chat.
No, you need to follow me. I'm not gonna. No.
Don't follow me!
You know,
What the fuck?
I'm just taking the name. I'm not posted. I'm just taking the name.
Right, alright.
once you post something at like 3 a.m. and you can't sleep.
Oh no, do you know what we should do?
Hmm.
Start posting and tagging collab everything.
No!
Oh my god.
No! That's the other reason I've never done it, because I don't want... Oh my god, be quiet.
You're not gonna have like
What's
3
happening?
collab
Why
spots
is there so
open.
much noise? Okay, thank you.
What the
Sorry.
fuck?
I was having a time.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, Eddie. Eddie, I don't know.
Right, I made you late now for the F1, so I'm going to end the podcast.
No.
I'm sorry to anyone that paid money to listen to this. Because this was just
Hang on.
20 minutes of me trying to work out how Instagram works. I'm sorry.
Hang on. So, just to sign off, so search for Celery Moon Photography, go follow her.
No!
Sib,
Please, no, I'm gonna
Sib,
delete
let's
this
go
out.
promote this page now.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to delete this out. It's being deleted.
No. Don't do it.
Oh,
Coward.
Celery Juice Heals, apparently. There's a page called Celery Juice Heals.
No, that's my secret. That's my other account.
Oh my god.
And on that bombshell, I'm going to end the podcast. Right, right, we are going. All right, bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to Ed's Still Talking About, the patented name by me, Charlotte Woolrich. Ed, how are you doing?
Oh, just finish off the cocaine part we just had. It's just absolutely fucking buzzing. Woo!
Oh, gee.
It's weird, but I don't need cocaine. I'm genuinely just like this. My mum once said to me, and she's probably outside the door listening, my mum once said to me, I'm really glad you never took any drugs. I was like, I just don't need them.
I know, I think my mum's so disappointed at the way I turned out. So I was going, you're so hyperactive, Ed. Why? Why are you like this?
Wow.
I went, I don't know. All the sugars you give me, the TV, I don't know. Jesus. Is that sugar or cocaine? Anyway, so I know I've said this before on the podcast. I love saying the word cocaine, but not with cocaine. Cocaine. It's like double kick, you know. Anyway.
You're just saying it like you don't know how to pronounce it, though.
Yeah, but I think I heard, was it Hugh Dennis on Mock the Wheat, and he says it like
he
cocaine,
does.
and I'm like, I like how he said that. But yeah, anyway, let's not talk about that. We're not talking about this. Just to say, we had there was a massive technical hitch towards the end of that podcast. I'm hoping I'm able to splice it together fine, but if it didn't, that's on me, because for some reason I unplugged my I'm using a tablet, a Chrome OS tablet, but as soon as I unplugged it, it just went, oh, you want to hit start? I went, no, why did you do that?
You kept it in quite well, actually.
Yeah,
There was
hopefully.
no panic or anything.
No, exactly. Yeah, well, that's the art of a good podcaster, you know, just making it seem seamless. And then the podcast section is like, here's the truth behind the curtains.
I think the podcast was cursed because I said the words, oh my god, hire me MPB, and then muted myself, clicked on my messenger tab to close it, and the message on that tab was one of my friends saying, OMG, a camera company just sponsored me, it's MPB. And I was like, fuck off.
I know.
Genuinely, like, what are the chances of that series of events
I know.
happening?
I was just saying, because Amy probably didn't see that because you're on a different device, but she was Charlotte was like typing that. I'm going, motherfucker, what? Seriously?
Like, yeah, what are the chances of that happening?
Exactly. What are the chances?
And
Anyway,
this podcast is haunted.
what?
It's near Halloween.
Halloween's just it's been and gone.
Yeah, exactly. This is residual Halloween creepiness.
Oh, right. I
right,
see what you're
okay.
saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, oh man. Right. So, I love the. So I know I mentioned this in the main podcast, and I just want to keep talking about it. I love my. So Amy, go if you can look at my TikTok now.
Yeah, let me mute myself.
Yeah. I don't know why
Was
she's
this
muted
about the
herself.
walls? Was this the one about the walls?
Oh
You want
yes.
to hear yourself, do you?
Oh yeah. No. I'm not talking. So it's fine. It's Joe Pesci.
Okay.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I forget you don't know the MCU the XL grey walls, do you?
I know of the grey wall, but I've never physically
That's
seen
good
it.
enough.
Yeah.
That is good enough.
I just love how that's blown up in 1 week. That's got 4,400 views.
Shall I copy it and see if I can get more?
I'm just gonna leave it open, let it running. We'll get you viral.
I don't think that's how it works. But then
Hang on, let me just tag it as spam. 1 second.
what was it? I was going to say, I always post it on TikTok first and then on Instagram later, a week later. So it's only gone on to Instagram now. And honestly, the amount of people have just gone, what the fuck? I feel attacked. I'm like, it's not my fault.
Oh my god, so many photographers take pictures in front of it though.
I know, it's like, I'm in a sense trying to educate people, say you don't have to shoot at the grey walls like that straight on. You can use it, like I use it with a staggered wall with a bit of texture and depth to it, and just like you can use the grey walls that way. Don't use it as a fucking background. If you're going to texture the background like adding a gel light behind it, I think, oh, actually, at least that's different because I've seen a different photographer did that.
They're great if you want to edit, like composite them in, because you're giving yourself a flat background to like cut out your cosplay.
Yeah. Again,
you know what? I don't actually hate them. I just think it's unimaginative.
Yeah, it's I'll be okay if you did that, but at the same time, you're not doing that. So what the fuck? I just think. Anyway.
Eddie's fine about it, honestly.
I know. I just should get over it. Anyway, we're talking about. Let's talk about something that happened in one of my. So this is kind of like going back to the early days of Ed Talks About, where I just do a welcome question. So I would like to. So I mentioned in the main podcast, if I won the lottery, what would I do? And I'll just repeat it by saying I would clear my debts, buy a house, get a photo studio, have a cosplay boudoir, not at the same time, but cosplay and boudoir photo shoot days for free because I'm loaded. I've got money. I can fucking spend money. I'd sort out my family, make sure they're all comfortable, and then go travel the world to different Comic Cons, or potentially if I can meet up with models and say, look, I'm not in the same country as you, but I'm willing to travel to you. Can we do some shoots together? If I need to pay you, I'll pay you. Where that sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. I like to hire you. I like to hire things like that. So I would. Do you share that type of like lottery win if you won the lottery, or how would you spend the lottery money? I'll start with Amy. Sorry.
I'm exactly the same. I'd probably pay off my mortgage, and either sell off and get a better house. Again, I would also like my own studio, even if I went in with other people. But I have this like dream of having like complete sets, like studios with complete sets.
Yeah.
I really want to do that. And then I don't know. I'm kind of one of those people that I don't want to spend it on big luxurious things, but I like the idea of traveling like yourself. Like I don't need a mansion, I don't need fancy cars, but to be able to travel the world and experience it is probably what I'd love to do.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Charlotte? Oh, that's right. Yeah. What about you, Charlotte?
I'm really boring. I would probably keep the job I've got temporarily or look for a better one. I would put at least half of the money into like different investment. You can get companies that like help you invest to get more money. So I'd like invest a large chunk of it in that, because I'm of the opinion that the more money you earn, the more you can give to charity. So I'd be like, I want to try and grow this so I can actually help more. I would probably move out of my parents' house. So I'd get a house with space to shoot, and then like I would, to the best of my ability, I'd probably get a new camera, and then I would just, to the best of my ability, invest all the money in stuff where it can sit and grow, and then I would like maybe chip into it occasionally for stuff, but I'm not. Yeah, I literally would just be super boring about it, and then be like, if something happened or I needed something or my car breaks, I've got the security of knowing I can fix my car, but I don't want to go out and buy a Range Rover just because I can.
No, absolutely fine. Very sensible. But I mean, all us collectively, we'll all do a cocaine pilot, right?
Oh yeah,
cocaine.
Pictures of you doing it. And then I will sell it for money.
Blackmail, I love it.
I like that we all immediately went, and this is kind of, I'd say, the mark for true photographer. Everyone went, we'd actually just use some of the money to like fulfill our photography dreams, which is the thing. Like,
it just shows you have passion for it, right?
Absolutely.
And how expensive photography is.
Fucking
I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
Might as well buy a house with what you spend on it.
Literally.
Oh dear God! Right. Okay. No, I just thought I'd do that. I might do that with other people, see what they say. Okay. So I mentioned this tease about one of us might be changing their cosplay handle name. It's not a secret to me, but I'm not really going to do it. But I had the thought about it, and I just thought, What happens if I ditch the Food and Cosplay name and just change it to something else?
Would you change it to your name?
So what?
Would you change it to your name?
No. I mean, my HKC brand is my name, just in phonetic letters. So HKC is my Chinese name in phonetics.
Is it?
Yeah. No, I don't explain it because every time I say HKC, I then feel like I have to explain it every time. So I just ignore it. And just go, it's just HKC. Just leave it. Yeah. But not that branding, but the Food and Cosplay brand. I feel like Food and Cosplay got me to a point in life, but I now hate it because I picked Food and Cosplay because I thought, oh, that's a memorable name. Oh, no one's going to forget that. And now it just feels so ridiculous. And I've said that for many years. And I've said this again on podcasts here and there, that I would change it to That Asian Photographer, because I just want to see the panic in people's eyes. I really do. Exactly. There's so many of them.
I know, exactly. I don't know. Do you think it would be really weird if you did, though?
I think it would.
Yeah. You'd rattle off your usual thing and then be like, oh, feck, it's not that.
It's not feck, yeah, fuck, it's not that anymore. Shit.
Because I've always wondered that with myself, because a lot of people use their own name, and I'm like, oh, but my handle has been the same. Like, my cosplay handle was essentially that as well. So, like, it would be so weird, because I've been cosplaying since, like, 2006, and it would be weird to just lose that name.
Yeah.
I think, but I can understand
I did the same. Sorry. Sorry, I was just choking myself to death in the background.
Oh, kinky.
Die noisily.
Ooh. I did change my names after 5 years, because I used to be this, like, the OGs remember Poison Photography and Poison Cosplay. I changed it, one, because everyone, almost like 99.9% of people, thought I was a man when they were shooting with me, which I just got to a point where I was like, fuck off. Like, if you need me to make obvious. But also, my name's unique. Like, I'm the only person in the world with that name, so no issue with, like, copywriting and stuff. Or, like, websites. Plus, because I've grown up loving classical art, I was like, if I have to put my own name above these pictures, I better make damn sure that these are the best pictures I'm putting out. So it kind of pushed me to be like, my name's on that. This has to be good. And I just really like the kind of, like, the pride of, like, putting it with my name there. It just makes me work better, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is
weird. Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I remember you being the original OG Poison cosplay, and I thought, I can't imagine people looked at Poison cosplay and thought, oh, man.
Well, it's Poison Photography.
Oh, you did Poison
Photography.
Oh, yeah.
My whole thing was I was Poison Photography, and I would be like, come find me in the trees. I'm ginger, and I have a red camera, because my first camera was red.
Yes, yeah.
Such a good camera. And people would find me, and they'd be like, they'd just walk straight up to me and they go, I'm so sorry I'm 5 minutes late. I've recognised your camera. I thought you were a guy. And a few times, like, people even went, your photography work is so good, I just assumed you're a guy. At which point I was like, absolutely not. If I'm going to be a female photographer, I'm going to be loud and proud about it, because clearly there aren't enough people doing it. So, and I know that sounds a bit arrogant, but back then I was like, I just want to be myself. And also, I'd like people to be able to find me.
That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Was it difficult to make that transition from Poison Photography to Charlotte Woolrich Photography?
No, I just changed it all, because to their credit, when you change your name, Instagram reroutes people for like 6 months or something. If they search your old name, then it takes you to their new page. So and for like 2 months before, I was saying, like, I will be changing my name too. Then I changed it, and then I didn't say what I was changing it to, because I didn't want anyone to take it out of spite. But then and that genuinely happened. Right before I changed it, someone tried to take it, which is why there's an underscore in my name, which I'm actually glad about. And I think I knew who it was, but we'll move away from that. But so, yeah, and then, but because it reroutes it, and eventually I was like, the quality of my work is actually now better. So I've worked with enough people that they will eventually work it out. And if they don't, that's on them.
Fair enough. Oh, okay, cool. Thing is, one thing that's stopping me from changing my brand name And I know this is such a not saying stupid thing, but it's such a vain thing to think. I worry that if I try to play for a press pass and they don't see Food and Cosplay, they see that Asian photographer, and try to convince people it's the old brand, I've just changed it. They'll just go, nah, bye. I'm like, no.
You could put formally on it and be like, formally Food and Cosplay.
Yeah, but that sounds like I need to become Prince then, doesn't it? Prince, formerly known as Prince, you know. Because do you remember? I mean, are we all old enough? I don't know about you, Charlotte, but do you remember when Prince wasn't called Prince? It was a symbol.
Yeah, it was a squiggle, and he did it as like a fuck you to someone.
Was it? Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe it was to do with the copyright argument or something like that. But yeah, I watch QI. I don't need to have been alive at the time.
That's very true. Hey, has our episode of QI been gone out yet?
I don't know. I'll have to check, actually.
Sorry, not to say that we've actually appeared on QI per se. We were in the audience.
Oh, what?
We did have audience cameras several times, so we have appeared on QI, Eddie. Because we were right in the middle. There is no way we were not on that.
Yeah. I have to go through my photos, which I didn't take on the day. Oh, shall we tell the story when we did Taskmaster?
No.
Okay, we won't then.
I'm joking.
Oh my
What
God.
story?
No, basically, I was walking down, and they did say throughout the whole thing, do not take photos of anything. But I saw the 007 Broccoli studio.
The Paramount thing.
No, 007. And I wanted to take a picture because I'm a huge James Bond fan. I got my camera phone out, and then all of a sudden, no, put it on. I did not want to get banned.
Yeah, I was like, if you get kicked out right now, I'm still going to watch Taskmaster. You know that, right? Like, I will be like, I don't know him.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Absolutely fair. Yeah, I think I would accept that at the same time. Like, I'd be pissed you let me go. You denied it all night. But I would have gone, yeah, I probably would have done the exact same. Because Taskmaster show I fucking love.
Bear in mind, Eddie did this, like, directly in front of a security guard. And there were, like, 4 of us walking across. So it wasn't like we're in a big crowd. It was like, ooh, tourist moment. I was like, not here.
I thought that we were in a big group. That's why I thought I could sneakily do it, but clearly... Yeah. Shut it. But yeah. But I think I was talking about this to someone recently about it, and I wasn't like how serious about changing my name, but when I mentioned that Asian photographer, they kind of looked at me and went, "Are you really sure, Ed?" And I went, "Yeah, it's a jokey thing." But I'm now thinking back at, oh God, is it that bad?
I personally wouldn't. Because, yeah, if that's what you want to be known as, I guess. I don't know, I guess it's like, what do you call it? The random guy with the DSLR or whatever his name is. And that's his, like, username.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
And I was a bit like, oh, that's a weird name. Because it's so funny, because every time I saw him, I'm like, that's not even a DSLR you have, though.
He's a mirrorless now. Yeah, it does.
Like,
he was shooting at Connor. I was like, mate.
Hang on. Mirrorless is a DSLR, right?
No.
No, it's an SLR.
Maybe? Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
an SLR is not.
But the D stands for digital. Hang on, let's find that. Okay, what does DS?
You're welcome for the loud typing noise.
Yeah.
Mirrorless cameras capture images without the use of a mirror. So DSLR, the mirror have mirrors, and then mirrorless ones don't. I think.
Yes, it gets digital single lens reflex. So the reflex is the mirror bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
so
to do with having a mirror in it or not.
So really, it's a DSL.
No. Okay.
Oh my God, this is a rabbit hole.
We've lost everyone at this point.
I know. Oh.
There's
my
DSLRs,
God.
and then there's people that cheat at photography. Also, the Ghost just tried to join again.
I know. I just saw it.
That was me. Sorry. I thought
Oh, wait, what? How are you joining twice?
it's on my phone. I opened up my Chrome and it's like the Zencast.
Stop doing that. That's fine.
I
It's
know. I'm
absolutely-
sorry.
That's
As long as it
fine.
doesn't fuck everything up, we're good.
Oh no, that's me. That's my job. I do that. I'd like I said, I think I will die with the name Food and Cosplay. I think when I decide to stop doing photography as a hobbyist form, I will drop.
Mhm.
I will just stop Food and Cosplay. I don't think I'll ever change it because I think I think I'm so synonymous with it. Over 10 years of it. I think for me to then change it, then people go, "Wait, what? Why does the food?" Again, it's that notion of explaining why I had to drop the food cosplay name, and like, do you know what? I haven't got time, and the energy to do that now. So nah, fuck it. So, but yeah, but okay. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but you two brainstorm for me what a good cosplay name, not cosplay, good photography name for me, and don't say Eddie. Don't say Eddie for Eddie's photography. That'll be fun.
Ed Meister, nothing like that.
Ed's still photographing.
Well, Ed's still photographing, right?
What about
Awfully
Ed
nice, but
DSLR?
Oh my god, that would be a good one.
EDSL. Oh, okay.
But have the D lowercase and everything else uppercase.
I really.
Oh yes! Oh my god, the pony dropped so badly. Oh god.